All right, what's up, guys? We're back working on the Suzuki again today. My parts for the bars actually came in after a few delays, so we're ready to get started on that. We're going to put the grips on, those hand guards, and some new mirrors. Let's get to it. All right, we're going to start by taking off these old stock repro mirrors and probably these old grips. I'll show you an easy way to take those off right after I get these mirrors off.
We're just going to loosen them. Should just unscrew. One.
All right, cool, we got those mirrors off. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these stock grips off. I should be able to just use a little trick with compressed air to take these off. It's actually really convenient. You don't have to cut them off, and you can always reuse them if you need to. All right, cool, I got those mirrors off. Now we're going to take these grips off. We're going to need, all you need is an air chuck and some compressed air, and you can just kind of blow them off. It allows the grip to kind of float over the bar, and it comes off really easy. That's one. Being a little more stubborn. Alright, we're ready to mount these mirrors. As you see, I got to take it apart and already kind of prepped here for this first one. And it does fit around the bar here. It's kind of tricky because this thing keeps wanting to fall off. But we're going to see what we can do here. Alright, cool. Looks like this is going to work. Sweet. Alright, and we'll just get them adjusted where we want them. We can fine tune it once we got it finished up. There we go. Well, you see how that works, how it's mounted underneath your controls. And you see everything behind you under your elbows, which for me, that's the way I run a lot of my mirrors. It's easier for me, especially since I'm so tall. It's way easier to see this. Otherwise, up here, I get a whole view of my shoulders instead of the car behind me who's wanting to rear end me. All right, we're gonna repeat the process on the other side, and we'll come back and we'll start working on these. All right, we're gonna start with method number one. Either way, it's handy to have an old set of bars like I got here. You can mount the grip on it, use that air chuck just like I did before. And what you're gonna use is just taking a dead blow or a big hammer, and you're basically just gonna hit the end of the bar end, just like you would when you crash it. And you've ever noticed it cuts it? Well, this will cut a perfect circle the size of a 7/8 bar on the end of your grip. They do actually sell a tool for this that does exactly the same thing, but you probably have a hammer and a spare set of bars laying around. So this is essentially a free way of doing it. We're going to see how this works. Again, these are tear resistant, so we'll see if that works on these. Method number one wasn't working for us. We're going to go ahead and jump to method number two, which is using a unibit or a step bit, depending on what you want to call it. This is going to allow us to drill the hole very slowly and continually expand it and take off just the amount we need to make the clearance work for us. This is especially necessary on the throttle side to keep it from binding. If you do the method cutting the bar end, it will be probably too small and your throttle tube can catch. So this allows you to take it off a little bit of time and just kind of get it right where you need it. It's not as much necessary on the other side, but the throttle side, this is actually needed. So we're just going to take this. And sometimes you have a little hole here, which makes it a little easier to get your center. These, again, don't have that, but I can still see where the molding mark is. We're going to get as close to center as we can, and you're just going to work it very slowly and get it open for us. So we're already making progress on that. We just keep going until we open it up enough that we can get this piece out. Yeah, see, we're already opening it up there. You do have to kind of hold it because they are flexible, so they will kind of want to walk on you. The bar, that's why I use this old bar piece, because it makes it a little easier to hold it in place. I'm just going to keep working it out. As you can see, we're getting a pretty nice hole there. I'm going to continue working this, finish it up, and we'll be back when we're ready to mount them on the bars. All right, now we're going to install these new grips. The install is the reverse of how we took the old ones off. It uses air check again. We're just going to let the air float down over it so we can get them on. Now, because we did drill these for the bar ends, a lot of the air is going to escape out the end piece. So sometimes you got to kind of cup it with your hand just to keep a little more air pressure, and then it helps get on a little easier. Let's get these on. Hopefully that throttle side's a little easier to get on than it was to get off. Kind of going to prep it in here. Get that air chuck up under there. You can. Oops, went too far. Cool. Perfect. All right, let's repeat the process on the other side. Okay, well now that we got these new grips on, we're ready to put the hand guards on. Interesting thing I noticed, and this is kind of the danger with some of these Chinese eBay parts, is that for these actual clamps, only one side has threads on it. The other side are the top pieces and have no threads. Thankfully, the bolts that come with it are pretty long, so I should be able to just put a nut on them and tighten up the other side. So we'll just get the one side on now, just for the demonstration. It is one of those things, I'll probably email the seller and see if I can get the correct one that's missing. If not, it's not a big deal. They were cheaper than most of them, and I can make it work. There aren't any instructions either, which they're pretty straightforward, so you don't really need any. I already got this one put together. They have some different little adapters here for your different size bars in case you have a fat bar that your diameter here is a little bigger than it is over here. You just basically got to get it where you want it on the bar. I'm going to kind of expand these, get it down on here. I've also got the lower mount in my hand because you got to thread that through here with your bolt. I'm going to get that to stay right now. And we're just going to put this bolt through here.
Start threading this down. Let's get it started. We're going to pull together. Alright, let's move it up a little bit. Alright, now we're going to grab our bar here. We got our bolt here for our lower mount. And we have that extend expansion thing we took off the mirrors earlier. Now it's the same way. As you tighten this, the space expands inside the bar and the top clamp on again to hold it in place. Let's go ahead and get this bar started locked up. Now these things actually have a good amount of adjustment to them. So they can kind of fit anything, including these old vintage bikes, which is nice. So you can get a hand guard and keep from breaking your original original letters. Alright, we got it kind of loosely locked up. I'm going to put this one through, get the bolt off here. Oh, our little snapper fell out. Okay, we'll fix that. There we go. Alright. I'm just basically going to tighten everything up and adjust it where we want it. We'll start cinching these down. I'm just going to loosely put these, it's now just enough where we can kind of adjust it on the fly. So enough that it won't fall apart on the side. See what we got for these other ones. It's a little larger, so check it out. Here we go.
All right, I'm going to continue working on these. I'm going to see if I can find some bolts for the other side that's missing, and we'll come back when we're done, see how it all looks once we're finished with these bars. And we're all done. We got the new grips, hand guards, and mirrors all mounted up on the bike. Pretty happy with the came out. The mirrors are now nice and out of the way. These grips are super comfy. The hand guards look good. They are not of the best quality, and especially, like I said, I had those missing pieces, so I found some nuts to actually get them mounted on. But they're pretty cheap. Maybe in retrospect I would probably buy the Tusk ones or another pair that are actually more official, because these are pretty cheap. The hardware is really soft, and it was kind of a bear to get them to fit right, and they're still not the best, but it took some modification to really get them to work correctly, and even then they're still a little loose. I'll see what I can do about that, see if I can get them to tighten up a little bit. They look good, but if they're loose, I don't know how much real protection they'll provide from tree branches and dropping it and whatnot. So we'll see how it looks. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out for today. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Next time we'll probably work on the exhaust. I'm gonna repaint it and put some new gaskets on it. And hopefully eventually we'll have some riding footage. I'm hoping to go riding up in the mountains soon. Robbie's gonna take his ADV bike and we'll go for a ride. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Have a great day.